there, I'm DJ Squeek and welcome to Rocket Reel, the show created especially for you to discover more about the South African rock, alternative and metal scene, and also to help you keep tabs on what's going down. Now here's some of what you can expect in this edition. We're going to introduce you to Stellenbosch band Wallen, and in our hard and heavy we'll be interviewing Ma'at. Now if you're looking for some great live acts to go out and see in and around South Africa, then you won't want to miss our gig report. But first let's kick off the show with a bit of music history, and we've selected a few interesting music related things for you that happened way back when. On 10th of October 2001, 1969, King Crimson releases In the Court of the Crimson King, which is considered by many as the first ever progressive rock album. On the 12th of October 1974, Rollermania takes hold as the Bay City Rollers' debut album Rollin' hits #1 in the UK. There's also a South African connection here. Rabbit's Duncan Forer went on to join the Bay City Rollers in 1978. On the 13th of October 1947, Sammy Hagar is born in Salinas, California. He replaces Dave Lee Roth as the singer of Van Halen from 1985 to 1996 before returning in 2004. On the 14th of October 2000, 5 Pearl Jam bootlegs released from their European tour make the Billboard 200 albums chart, setting a record for most entries on the chart in a single week. On the 15th of October 1968, the New Yardbirds make their first performance under their new name Led Zeppelin at a gig at Surrey University in England. On the 15th of October 1965, Jimi Hendrix signs his first recording contract. The 3-year deal with PPX Productions gives him $1 plus 1% of his royalties on his records. The deal causes major legal issues in the years to come. Welcome back. You're watching Rocket Reel, and right now it's time to find out about an awesome band that we discovered in Stellenbosch in Cape Town called Wallen. Wallen described themselves as old school, dirty, sexy rock and roll. Now the band takes its name from the infamous red light district in Amsterdam. Sex, drugs and rock and roll. Now their music is influenced by a huge variety of genres, and they incorporate them all to form their signature sound, which is fast-paced, dirty and loud as hell. Yeah, we like that on Rocket Reel. Now Wallen is comprised of Peter Becker on guitar, Emile Maritz on lead guitar, Adrian Jordan on drums, and Jandre Swanepoel on vocals and guitar. Now you know a bit about Wallen. So for those of you not yet seen these boys in action, let's whet your appetite and watch a video of them performing Means to an End, which by the way was shot live at Cranked Up.
When eyes from what's in front of thee, yeah. Now the ice wind's coming my way. Can you feel it? It's calling to me. Never mind your poison, just means to an end. Can't save a man who's giving up on being sober. I've been trying hard to see what's become a part of me. Nothing goes down quite like apathy. save a man who's given up on me.
Just remember, if you want your band featured on the show, drop us an email to rocketreel@mymusicmatrix.com with all your details. You're watching Rocket Reel, the show that promotes South African rock, metal and alternative music. Now, I'm DJ Squeek, and by the way, here's just a little bit about me. Now, I wrote a music column for a newspaper, and I've attended countless gigs, concerts, festivals, where I've interviewed many international and local artists, including the likes of Edgar Walsack from Live, Khan from Parlotones, and Will Turpin from Collective Soul. Hey there, I'm DJ Squeek, presenter of the Rocket Reel radio show. Now first off, I'd love to thank you guys, and that's all the fans and the musos out there, for your continued support. Now if you're a supporter of South African rock, alternative and metal music, you'll see that our wicked production team has taken Rocket Reel to another level. Yep, the radio show has just evolved. That's right, we've created an online TV show with lots of cool stuff like interviews, music videos, live performances, info, and a rocking gig report to let you know where your favourite acts are playing in and around South Africa. Now, each show will be uploaded to our Rocket Reel TV YouTube channel every 2 weeks. You can check the link below. Now please don't forget to hit the YouTube subscribe button and also hit the cowbell to get an email notification when we upload something new for you guys. Yep, we always need cowbell. Also, please follow us on Twitter, join our Facebook group, like our Facebook page, and share like crazy.
Now here's the serious stuff.
Rocket Reel needs your help to keep the show running. Now we've started some crowdfunding campaigns on Patreon and Go Get Funding so that you can get involved. Please check the links below where you can donate from as little as $1 per month. And also please help and support us so that we can continue creating some awesome shows. From the Rocket Reel TV team and me, DJ Squeek, rock on, loud. Let's get into the gig report, where we help you to decide where to go and what to see in and around the country. Welcome to the gig report, and here's what's happening live music-wise in and around South Africa. It's a little sparse in Cape Town, but things are really heating up in Gauteng. And there's some fantastic rock happening in Bloemfontein, and even more in Potchefstroom. But first, let's see what's going down in the Western Cape. Now, on Friday the 4th of October, Filthy Hippies, the Runaway Nuns, and the Medicine Dolls will be playing at Evol in Cape Town, and that's from 8 p.m. And just remember, we'll be interviewing Filthy Hippies in the next few weeks, so look out for that. On Friday the 4th of October, Mr. Cat and the Jackal and Cherry Vinyl are jamming at Black Irish in Durbanville, and that's at 9 p.m. On Friday 12th of October, Bryn will be rocking out at the Jagger Lounge in Cape Town, and that's at 6:30 p.m. Now we move to Gauteng. On Friday the 4th of October, Spoegwolf will be entertaining you at Rumors Rock City, and that's at Veltrevierden Park, and that's from 7 p.m. On Friday the 4th of October, the Tasers, the Valley and Wolfgang Marrow are playing at the Irish Club Linden in Johannesburg, and that's at 8 p.m. Now on Saturday 5th of October, you don't want to miss out on Prime Fest, where you can see Freshly Ground, Mango Groove and Vonneboom, and they'll be playing at Casalingo Ristorante in Muldersdrift, and just remember that's 10 a.m. Now on Saturday 5th of October, you can go to an event called Schnarf, where you can see Mad God, Down South, Swandy and Clumsy Ox, and that's at Rumors Lounge in Randburg, and that's starting at 12 p.m. Now on Friday the 11th of October, Hellcats are playing at Calexico Rock Bar and Grill, and that's in Johannesburg, and that's from 6:30 p.m. Now on Friday the 11th of October, Straatlikinders are playing at Vijveld in Pretoria, and that's at 7 p.m. Now let's check into Bloemfontein. On Saturday the 5th of October, you can go to Rock and Bloem, and that's featuring Karen Zoid, De Heuvel's Fantasties, Kus Kambois, Albert Frost and Desmond in the Tutus. And that's going to be at 22 Van Ferreira Avenue, and that's going to be at 10 a.m. Now to Potchefstroom. On Wednesday 2nd of October, Spoegwolf are playing at Snowflake at 6 p.m. On Friday the 11th of October, Rock Hard Battle of the Bands are playing Club MVG, and that's at 7 p.m. Now there's no excuse to explore some great South African music. You gotta support our local bands. It's the right thing to do. If you want your band's show featured on the next gig report or to be included in the online gig guide, please email us at rocketreel@mymusicmatrix.com, and please don't forget to include your band's name, the venue, the date, time, and also if possible a cool high-res pic that we can show everybody. So now we're going to interview Justin Bieber. Okay, just checking to see if you guys are still with us. By the way, if you are a Justin Bieber fan, this is not the show you're looking for. We've almost come to the end of our show, but just a quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the cowbell. Now, this is the part of the show where you put your granny in the closet with a set of earplugs, as it's time for...
Hard and heavy.
Okay, we are really doing an interview, but not with Bieber. I met up BC Electronics in Goodwood, Cape Town to find out about their band Ma'at, which is also a hard and heavy music video. Hi guys, we're sitting at BC Electronics in Goodwood, and we're here with doom metal stoner band Ma'at. So guys, nice to have you on the show.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
All right, doom metal, stoner. I know there's like many genres of metal, like death metal, black metal, dark metal, screamo, whatever. Tell us about your genre.
Doom metal is a really broad genre generally. I think there's probably a much wider variety of sounds within that, and it's not always obvious what characterizes it, but I think from my side, it's a feeling of being slow and more oppressively heavy than brutal.
Okay, so sort of slow riffs and...
big riffs that go on for a long time. Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, I know the metal, especially the metal scene, I'm sure you guys know out there, the metal scene is extremely difficult to promote in that, well, especially on the mainstream, but how do you guys basically promote yourselves in the metal community? I mean, you know, how do you get yourselves out there?
We've been quite lucky, actually. We haven't really... We haven't forced anything. Everything that we've done has been very organic, so we don't do a whole lot of self-promotion. I think people tend to hear about us more through word of mouth, just being a kind of different band that's out there right now doing something that I think a lot of people haven't really seen before, and that way of approaching it has kind of worked for us so far.
And I mean, in your guys' opinion, what's the scene actually like out there from your guys' perspective?
You want to field that one? You give your perspective first, and I shall give mine.
Well, I think
there we go.
I think in terms of the quality of the music that we're putting out and the talent of our musicians, we're right up there. I think what the scene lacks is maybe a strong word, but what the scene I think feels like it's lacking is platforms like this one, actually, where people are, there we go, man. But yeah, because there's not a lot of people doing the promotion side of thing and sort of exposing the bands on a level that isn't, you know, a live show or a release. That's how most of us get the word out there. So I think the more stuff like this that we see, the better it'll be for the scene.
And Byron, your take on that one?
I think I'll just add to what Terry said, that the more the scene progresses and grows, more platforms such as this one will give a bit of infrastructure so that bands will have platforms other than simply just live shows, festivals or releases in which to promote their music even further and hopefully get a little bit of further recognition within South Africa and maybe even some international spotlight cast on them.
And I know you guys were also included on a compilation as well. Was it Doomstoner compilation?
Doomed and Stoned.
That's it, yes.
They were doing a kind of series of different countries compilations. There was one for New Zealand and one for Sweden and a few others. And yeah, we were really lucky to feature on the South African one. There's a surprising number of bands. We didn't even know half of those bands existed until, which just goes to show kind of still how small and yet how big, you know, doom and stoner rock is starting to become in this country.
Nice, and a little later we're going to check out a video from you guys. I think it's the one where you're jamming in a recording session, I think.
Yeah, that was when doing some recordings for the first EP that came out, and we might have some live footage or some behind the scenes rehearsal footage maybe even that we can share with you as well.
So I mean, with that, I mean, it's actually great to actually see bands in sort of rehearsal room and that sort of thing. I mean, your songwriting process. I mean, I know on your biog it says sparse lyrics.
Yeah,
I know you don't have that many. It's and the songs are sort of epic length. But tell us a little bit about your sort of process in songwriting.
I think the main thing with the three of us is there isn't anything that's predetermined, Aidan. Sometimes Terry and I will have riffs that we've sort of stitched together and say, well, we have this that goes into this and this, but nothing's ever done without the three of us agreeing on it. So if there is perhaps, you know, someone's come in and said, right, I've got this song, but the other two aren't really feeling that, there's really no point in carrying on. So if we can't make it better, then we just get rid of it, and from there until everyone's happy with whatever it may be. It may be the same riff over and over again. It may be a whole series of riffs in a very short space of time with just a bit of feedback here and there. Whatever it may be, as long as the three of us are happy with it, that's all that you can really do.
And here's something for the non-musos out there that are watching the show. What is a riff?
How do you describe a riff without using the word riff?
There we go.
It's I guess it would be a small section of music, generally on the guitar, or I suppose you could do it on bass as well. I suppose technically any instrument, but generally it would be referred to as a guitar, and it's just that sort of section of music and chords and chord progression that will repeat. So that one repeat would be the riff, and yeah.
There we go. So now you know. And have you guys got any gigs lined up at the moment?
One in October and one in November, but I cannot remember where
I tell you
or when.
what, that's what this show is all about. We'll add that to our absolutely amazing gig report, and we'll also put it on our online gig report so you can actually check out our Facebook group, our Facebook page, and also please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. All the links are going to be right down below.
There you go. Now you've got an excuse to say that.
There's it. And don't forget to ring the cowbell. You always need cowbell, you know that.
Yeah.
You know the little bell thing.
Always more cowbell.
That's it. So absolutely awesome, guys. And is there a message for the metal fans out there?
Geez, now you've got me on the spot. No, we like to think of ourselves as a band that doesn't have a message. Just come to gigs, keep listening to loud music, you know, and just keep being amazing.
We like loud music on Rocket Reel.
Yeah, there you go. Hi, I'm Terry.
I'm Byron.
And we're from My Art, and you're watching Rocket Reel. Rock on, loud.
We play out with our hard and heavy video, My Art, with Even a Dead God Can Dream. But before we do, I'm going to leave you with a point to ponder. The number of rock guitarists it takes to change a light bulb is 21. One to change the bulb, and the other 20 to sit around and discuss how Jimi Hendrix would have done it. Until next time on Rocket Reel, rock on, loud.